Hello, you guys. How are you all? Sorry for the wait. I'm a little out of breath running back to the computer. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Eris. Queen Olive. Hey, Corinne. Hey, Carol Clark. Ava. How are you guys? Hey, Will B. West Virginia Holler Girl. Unique Trauma. How are you, beautiful? Hey, Emma. Cool Gamer. Let's see. Don't want to miss anybody. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Mary. You guys, this case, it's pretty insane. As soon as I saw it, I knew we had to talk about it. Let me just double check something in my chat, though, on the phone. Have you guys had a good Monday? The kids were home from school today here. I need to find. There we go. You know what? Unique Trauma. I don't know if I've got your channel under my wrenches, but you guys, I have all the under like on my channel. I have a list of recommended channels, and I'm gonna add yours to it. But yeah, trigger warning for sure. K-Braze. It is super crazy. Hey, big boy. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Steph. Elsie. Oh, my favorite voice to hear. Thank you. You guys are too good to me. Hey, Gina. So, first thing I want to say is. This is not related to the case. If there is someone in my chat that you might have a problem with, please respect me and keep anything like that out of my chats. I've got many people here, from all sides of the community, even all sides of YouTube, really. And I just don't want people arguing in chat. Okay, sorry, I had to mute because my throat started getting itchy. I don't want people arguing in chat. And also, that has happened in here. And then there's miscommunication about what actually happened. So I just wanted to say I would appreciate it. Yes, exactly. The block button is a wonderful option. Utilize it. Exactly. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Risk Knee Rocks, if I try to pronounce to spell it out. Hey, Woofy. I'll hug it out with y'all. Okay, so let's get right into this case. It is absolute insanity, and we're going to watch a few videos and all that stuff. Maybe it was Woofy. I mean, I didn't say that. I just want from now on any issues to not happen in my chat, if that's okay. And I love you. Hey, Pointer Lover. Group hug, Carol Clark. Yes. Oh, Gina, I cannot wait to show you guys. So I'm going to pull up this article first, and then I'm going to show you a couple videos and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I got some new Crocs today, you guys. They were delivered. They're sandals. They are so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with them. And if you haven't looked on my community page, if you're a member, we do giveaways often for even sometimes not members, but right now I've got some little Croc gibbets, those little charms as a giveaway, and I have another one coming soon. So definitely go over and comment so that you can enter to win. Jenna, this happened. She went missing, February 21st. It just happened. This is just kind of all unfolding now. So ex-husband and relatives charged with murder of Hong Kong model Abby Choi as body parts found. And she's absolutely beautiful. Actually, I haven't looked at her Instagram yet. We're going to pull that up because she had, I believe, 100,000 followers. She had, a good sized Instagram. That's what she was doing for her job, I would assume, the way that the story's reported, calling her an influencer. But that's my assumption. Just a sec. Let's see. It's about to boot. Okay, now. Okay, I apologize, you guys, but let's go ahead and get right into it. Hong Kong. 4 members of the same family have been charged in connection with the gruesome killing of Hong Kong model Abby Choi. Appeared in court Monday after police said they found what is believed to be parts of her dismembered body, public broadcaster RTHK reported. Choi's ex-husband, Alex Kwong, 28, his brother Anthony, 31, and their father, Kwong Kao, 65, are charged with her murder. Alex Kwong's mother, Jenny Lee, 63, is charged with perverting the course of justice. All 4 were denied bail, the Kowloon City Magistrates Court ruled Monday. They are yet to enter a plea. This is Alex, her former husband. He was taken to the hospital after he was arrested. Which, what do they have over his face? Hey, MK. Hey, Shabanae. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. I know. What a family. You guys, it gets absolutely crazy. So on Sunday, investigators identified a skull, several ribs, and hair believed to be Choi's remains in a large stainless steel soup pot, police said. Other body parts, including Choi's torso and hands, remain missing. It follows a police investigation that began Wednesday after Choi was reported missing. 2 days later, parts of her body were found at a house in the city's Tai Po district, police said. A meat slicer, an electric saw, and some clothing were also found at the home. Choi's ex-husband was arrested on Saturday at a ferry pier on one of the city's outlying islands, police said. His brother and parents were arrested Friday. So he was trying to get away, basically. He was arrested on his way out. I know, it's absolutely insane. This is police officers in Hong Kong escorting the 47-year-old, so I guess the father. No, the mother. A 5th suspect, a 41-year-old woman, was arrested on Sunday in connection with the case. Choi, a model and social media influencer with more than 100,000 followers on Instagram, recently appeared as a digital cover model for luxury magazine Les Officiels Monaco and attended this year's Paris Fashion Week. The case gripped the city over the weekend as grisly details of the investigation dominated headlines in local media, and thousands of people left condolences on Choi's social media accounts. The court adjourned the case until May 8th to allow for further police investigation. Okay, so now I want to show you guys these videos. I hope the ex-husband or whoever it was suffers a long and painful journey. No doubt. These videos, trigger warning, they are crazy. Let me see which one we'll start with. We'll start with this one because this is Chinese media. It's rare that I'll cover an international story on here because it's very difficult for me to like plant myself and try to figure out the details because you don't know any of the towns. I don't know. It's hard to like get your bearings. However, occasionally I will. And, yeah, Hong Kong's sort of the spirit. Life sentence for murder, no death penalty in Hong Kong. I just Googled it. Thank you, Cray Cray. Interesting. Okay, you guys, watch this. And there's no words on it, so we will pause and stuff along the way so we can look at the pictures. But this is the home where this happened. I'm curious if this is a single family home. Police say they found human tissue in soup pots while female legs were recovered from a refrigerator. They also reportedly found a meat grinder, cleavers, and electric saw at the crime scene. Look at their crime scene tape, you guys. The remains were identified as belonging to 28-year-old Abby Choi. Choi went missing on February 21st, but her murder only came to light 3 days later. is the ex-husband. They blurred his eyes, but the ex-husband was arrested on February 25th. His name is Alex. Allegedly attempting to flee the city by speedboat. Alex Kwong, his older brother and father, were all charged with murder. So here's photos of the rest of the family. Kwong's mother faces charge of perverting the course of justice. Hey, Steph. The four appeared in court on February 27th and were denied bail. Police suspect Choi's murder was linked to a dispute with the family over a luxury property. Authorities are continuing to search for the rest of her remains. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Okay, let's see what this one was. I think this one has a clip of their news conference, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. And yeah, I know oh my gosh, you guys, when like something goes wrong at the beginning of a live like that. Hey, Charlotte. Oh, I'm glad that you're out of surgery and recovering. And hope you get feeling better. When there's a live where something goes wrong like that, the comments are going to be flooded. People will be so angry at me. I do apologize. Shit happens when you're live like this. You really never know what's going to happen. Yeah, I said over a luxury property. Delaney, how pathetically sad. I know. We're going to go to her Instagram too, but I want you guys to see some of this first.
喺一個雪櫃裏，我哋發現到人體殘肢，亦都發現咧部分。
He said, in the fridge, we found human remains. We have also found some of the property of the victim, like identity card and credit card.
嘅財物、身份證、信用卡。
Police are searching for Choi's ex-husband, and this is before they found him trying to escape. Okay, now we have one more little video, and then I want to pull up some stuff about Abby. More body parts of Hong Kong model found in the village house. So these videos just, were posted as things were developing, but this is just a short. Two pots containing human tissue. I don't know what they're showing here. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. This is absolute insanity. On Sunday, a skull and several ribs to be hers were found in a large soup pot. A 6.5 centimeter by 5.5 centimeter hole was found at the back of the skull. So that they're assuming that is the fatal blow. Forensic experts believe that could be the fatal blow. Her former husband, his brother, and their father are among the 4 people charged. A 5th suspect has also been arrested. Wait, a 5th suspect? Husband, mom, brother, dad. That's 4. I'm very curious on the 5th suspect. Hey, Tia. LFT had me looking at puppies. It is evil, pure evil. I can't understand what they had her skull and her ribs in a pot on the stove and her legs in the refrigerator. And is this the first time this has happened? Because damn, that's pretty drastic and pretty far to go, right? Sister-in-law, possibly Ava. I'll look after this and we'll see if there's any more updates. But let's look at 10 things we need to know about Abby Choi. I wonder what they were showing in that short, you guys. So look how beautiful. Absolutely stunning. You know, this is one thing I want to mention. The beauty standards in Asia, you think American beauty standards are bad? Okay, Nadie, you can just call me as soon as we end. You think American beauty standards are bad? Asian beauty standards are even worse. And this is a conversation that really needs to be had because we women, you know, we're so hard on ourselves. Over there, it's way worse. I mean, they have training camps to become K-pop stars where these kids are starving. They eat nothing but water and like 1 carrot all day. It's very normal to get plastic surgery over there, like at a young age, you know. They do have amazing skincare. That's okay, Nay. Pretty thought out, in my opinion. They told her they were going to kill her if she stopped helping them. Beautiful woman, absolutely. Says, by now, you may have already heard of what happened to the late Hong Kong fashion model Abby Choi, who was reported missing last February and found dead 2 days later. Her ex-husband, Alex Kwong, as well as his family members, have been arrested for their roles in the 28-year-old socialite's gruesome murder. But who was Abby Choi? Below, we run down to 10 things you need to know about the late Chinese style star. She was a style icon. Abby Choi was a trendsetter who loved to style herself in designer pieces from luxury fashion houses such as Dior, Gucci, Chanel, Valentino. Although she mainly leaned towards the dainty and feminine aesthetic, she wasn't afraid to experiment with different textures and silhouettes, as seen on her Instagram account, which garnered over 100,000 followers from all around the world. Oh, that's a cute picture. 2, she regularly attended Paris Fashion Week. Like most, and she had to have had money, right? You don't wear those kind of clothes without money. Like most international style icons, she was a regular attendee of different fashion events and shows, including Paris Fashion Week. Just a week before her death, she posted several photos and videos of her at Dior's presentation in the City of Light. Look at her. I mean, absolutely stunning. I love that dress. Wow. 3, she has been featured in several fashion magazines. She's been featured in international publications like Vogue, Elle, Harper's Bazaar. She just made the cover of this La Officielle Monaco February issue, where she was dubbed as one of the most sought-after influencers in the industry. She had reported net worth of $100 million. Okay, there we go. Abby came from a wealthy family who has business dealings in China. Her net worth was reportedly $100 million, which is approximately a little over $700 million. Wow, you guys, that's insane. My God, look at this, where she's at. Look how I would be so uncomfortable in a place like that. You know, like, holy moly. Okay. She was one of Mocha Fang's closest friends. That's another model who happens to be a Hong Kong singer and superstar, Aaron Kwok's wife. Wait, so her brother-in-law's wife? Mocha was devastated to hear about the loss of her friend and the brutal manner in which she was murdered. I feel extremely sad, and I still can't accept this as a fact at this moment. The sadness in my heart is unspeakable, and there are only 1,000 whys. The heartbroken emotions are still not subdued. I pray for her rest, she wrote in the captions of her most recent Instagram post. The two were often seen attending different events, social gatherings, and premieres together. They look like little dolls, truly. Here they are with two other close friends on her birthday. Let me check on you guys. That's not my style. I'd rather have a shack on the beach. Me too, pointer lover. All day, every day. That's Woofy style. Yeah, and Woofy, you didn't have to tell on yourself. I just want it to be known. I don't want stuff happening in here. And also, it's not being relayed accurately what happened. But anyways, let me continue. They do look like dolls, Steph. They really do. 6. She was a mother of 4. Abby married her ex-husband when she was 18 and had 2 children who are now 8 and 10. She has 2 other children with her current partner, who described Abby as a kind-hearted and good person who always wanted to help others. So she had 4 kids, you guys, 2 with her ex that did this, and then 2 with her new husband. Tam, her new husband, said she supported me and loved me very much. She also brought up 4 cute and obedient kids. It has been a blessing to be Abby's family or friend. According to the standard, Tam, who also goes by the name of Chris, has promised care of all 4 of her children, including the eldest 2 from her ex-husband, who are currently staying with Abby's mom. She was a loving daughter-in-law. It was reported that Abby's father-in-law, the elder Tam Chuk Kwan, founder of chain restaurant Tam Jai Yanan Mixion, didn't treat Abby like a daughter-in-law, but more like an actual daughter. She would regularly treat her mother-in-law to dinners and send her gifts every Mother's Day. She stayed close with her ex-husband and his family even after their divorce. Although Abby and her ex-husband divorced 3 years after getting married, Abby still continued to support him and his family. She reportedly provided her ex-in-laws and 2 children with a luxury apartment to live in. She even helped her ex-brother-in-law, who also happened to have a strong bond with her, to purchase a home. Sadly, Abby was allegedly murdered by her ex-husband and former in-laws due to financial disputes involving huge sums. Money and fame don't bring happiness, K-Braze. I agree. Wow. She was business partners with her ex-husband's brother. Abby and her former brother-in-law, Anthony Kwong, had a close bond. He was Abby's personal chauffeur and business partner. He often posted photos of him and Abby on his Instagram, calling her his sis, using the tag #family on their photos. Sources say Anthony may have lured and personally driven Abby to the rented apartment where she met her demise, with the excuse of taking her to pick up her children. She was only 28 years old. Her journey as an influencer and international style icon had just begun. She had so much more ahead of her. Instead, she leaves 4 children, a husband, a loving family, and friends who are devastated by her loss. Wow, you guys. That is just so sad. Let me pull up Instagram really quick. I'm curious. I mean, there's a big jump from like financial dispute that causes family trouble like this to dismembering and cooking her, you know? Hey, Jade. Yeah, 4 kids by 28. She was always pregnant. Agree. China president has a palace in China. He housed over 100 little girls he kidnapped from Chinese females there. Wow. Feel so bad for that innocent woman. It's beyond sickening what her family did to her. They all deserve to be tortured themselves. Unique trauma. I know. It's kind of just unfolding, and I haven't seen anybody really talking about it yet on YouTube, but I assume that it will blow up a little bit more at least. Okay, so let's search on Instagram and check it out. Thinking she was going to pick up her kids. I mean, Abby Choi. Here it is. It's XXABBYC, 122,000 followers. She wrote, "From Hong Kong to the cover of La Officielle Monaco, my journey as a style icon continues. Grateful for this recognition and continued support along the way." She says, "Like what you like, love what you love." She is on Vogue China. Feeling the luxury and sophistication at the iconic Dior fashion show. Oh, oops, I changed it and I didn't even mean to, but This is so sad. Look at her. Oh my gosh. Literally like a little doll. Mm-mm-mm. But like I said, that's part of the beauty standards over there. It's, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I didn't watch them because I knew you'd be covering this based on your earlier post. I saw a couple posts today. Okay, interesting. Bougie? What, Woofy? Oh, thank you guys for being here, Corinne. I know, I love it too. Okay, let me see what I can find though. Like Twitter, there wasn't much on Twitter yet, but I want to do. I like to talk about the big cases that we're always covering and talking about, but also I like to find things that we haven't heard or seen everywhere. So yeah, let me see. Google. Top stories. That's the one we just read. Model Abby Choi's ex-husband and former in-laws charged with murder. Let's check out this New York Post article. Missing head of Hong Kong model found in soup pot. I'm curious, maybe they just were doing this as a way to fully get rid of any evidence. But I don't know. I think it's quite a jump from some financial dispute and argument in the family to cooking her. The missing head of Hong Kong model Abby Choi was discovered in a soup pot as 4 people were charged Sunday in connection to her gruesome slaying. Hong Kong police said her decapitated head had been boiled until only the skull remained. The Times of London reported. The rising fashion star, let's go to what that original report actually. Sometimes I like to do that. Abby Choi, so this is the London Times, missing Hong Kong model skull found in soup pot. No. Of freaking course. So gross and hateful. That is a revenge kill. Well, I mean, it's over money, I don't want to subscribe now. Well, forget it. We'll just go back to the New York Post. I'm not paying to read the article. Her ex-husband, Alex. We know all of that. Police continue to, that's what I was wondering. It looked like they were in the sewers. Police continue to search nearby sewers for body parts. Why? I'm really curious what led them to the sewers. It reminds me of Harmony, because also they took the refrigerator out of that apartment. They were searching the sewers. No DNA. Huh, Angelina. Wow. An autopsy report showed Choi suffered a large hole in her skull behind her right ear, which may have been caused by a hard object. When we found the 2 pots of soup at the scene, one of the pots measuring 20 inches deep and 16 inches in diameter was almost full and covered with thick fat, some green radishes and carrots, and meat believed to be human flesh. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. I'm sorry. Carrots. So they were full on about to have a meal. That is just so damn disgusting. And I dropped my lighter. There it is. Holy hell, you guys. Local authorities have not recovered her torso and arms in fear they may have been thrown away. I just dropped my lighter again. They ate her. Yeah, it seems like it, huh? Because at first I thought maybe as this is just the way that they knew to disintegrate her remains to where there was no evidence. Trigger warning, y'all. I know this is gross, but it's just unfortunately the truth. Almost full, covered with thick fat, some green radishes, and carrots and meat believed to be human flesh. Local authorities have not recovered Choi's torso and arms, and they fear they may have been thrown away. Okay, so now we get a picture that's not blurred. This is Alex Kwong. You sick freak, dude. Dinner has officially been canceled. I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize. We'll just have to wait a little bit before dinner. There's Mom. Police called the killing premeditated and well planned and said they believe the accused men carried out the murder because Choi was going to sell a luxury property in the Kadori Hill neighborhood in Homan 10. Choi had funded the property's purchase but registered the land under the name of her former father-in-law to save stamp duty. Her husband's family has reportedly been living on the property. Authorities believe Choi's former brother-in-law offered to take her to pick up her daughter from school, but instead knocked her out in the vehicle and brought her to the Taipo flat to be butchered. Oh my God. So they could continue to live in her house. They eat dog here. Are you in China, Sword of the Spirit? Wolfie was hungry. Perfect time to start that summer diet. There you go. Oh my God, you guys. This poor woman. I don't want to be rich like that. Can you like that? You become a target just because you have what people want. That is just This is my new weight loss plan. Listen to Allie prior to a meal. Works better than Jenny Craig. Please subscribe. Bikini season is close. It's a-coming. Oh my God almighty. Police say the murder of Choi was premeditated and well planned. There's the refrigerator. The suspect covered the walls of the flat with a cell. They put on face shields and raincoats so they would not get bloodstained by dismembering the body. Oh my God. You guys, I can't believe we found all that information in that article. Let me go back and see if there's anything else, but wow. That is just unbelievable and really sad. No, New York Post, we are not interested. At Daily Mail, I'm going to click this just because sometimes they have better pictures, which they're not over in China right now, which they may have somebody over there. I don't know. It says they appear in court after she was killed, dismembered, with her legs found in a fridge and her skull in a cooking pot. It's like some Jeffrey Dahmer type stuff. Pictures on Sunday evening showed one of the male suspects being led to court by police with a black bag over his head. The four were placed in custody without bail. She was a model influencer who shared her glamorous life with her followers on Instagram. Wow, look at that restaurant. Look at her outfit. And a number of her ribs in a cooking pot. Her last post was more than a week ago, featuring a photo shoot she did with that magazine. Miss Choi had financial disputes involving tens of millions of Hong Kong dollars with her ex-husband and his family, adding that some people were unhappy with how she handled her financial assets. Her friend, Bernard Chang, said she has 4 children, 2 sons, 10 and 3, 2 daughters, 8 and 6. The elder two were with Kwong, and the younger children were with her current husband. So they were there. Mr. Tam said he was very thankful to have had Miss Choi in his life. When Abby was alive, she's a very kind person and always wanted to help people. I feel anyone who could be her family and friends are blessed. She is that type of person that wouldn't have enemies. I almost said emotions. Mr. Chang and Mrs. Choi had very good relationships, and her family members would travel with the families of her current and former husbands together. Miss Choi's current father-in-law is the founder of one of the city's famous noodle chains. Here she is at Fashion Week, a week before this happened, which we saw some of that on the Instagram. Miss Choi had been missing for several days when police found her, including her legs in the refrigerator, at the house of Lung Main Sun, a suburban part of Hong Kong, about a 30-minute drive from mainland China. On Sunday, because Hong Kong is its own separate country, correct? They were separated from China, but they have their own government. On Sunday, authorities discovered a young woman's skull believed to be Miss Choi's in one of the cooking pots that was seized. Officials believe that a hole in the right rear of the skull is where she was struck in a fatal attack. Following an extensive search, her former partner was arrested on suspicion of murder on Sunday. He was found on Lanto Island preparing to board a speedboat. Her former husband had 500,000 Hong Kong dollars in cash, several luxury watches worth 4 million Hong Kong dollars in total with him when he was arrested. Wow, so he put all of his money and his stuff with him. On Saturday, Superintendent Alan Chung said the dismemberment was carried out by cold-blooded killers. Police also have found that the flat was arranged by cold-blooded killers meticulously. Tools that are used to dismember human bodies were found in the flat, including meat grinders, chainsaws, long raincoats, gloves, and masks. Her case is one of the most shocking, violent killings Hong Kong has seen since 2013, when a man killed his parents and their heads were later found in refrigerators. She'd been missing several days. When they found her dismembered body, there's some of their evidence that they had. Let's watch this. It's only 50 seconds. Full statement, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, have you heard of this one, you guys? In another famous 1999 case, a woman was kidnapped and tortured by 3 members from an organized crime group before her death. Her skull was later found stuffed in a Hello Kitty doll. The gruesome killing of Miss Choi has gripped many in Hong Kong, as the southern Chinese city is widely considered safe with a very low level of violent crime. In China, online discussions went viral, and they're not going to be back in court until May. So, Rena, I hope you're doing okay and everything is well. I know, Rena, it's a really crazy story. I don't know what's wrong with people. They're insane. It's money. It's all about the money, you guys. That's what it comes down to. So they were getting evicted, so get rid of the landlord. Yep. Seems like they wanted to get caught. It's kind of crazy. Like, why wouldn't they think they would come searching there? Just when you think you've heard it all. Absolutely. Thank you, Daddy. About the Hello Kitty one. Shay, I know. I would like to talk about that. I don't know a ton about it, but I have heard about it, and I know it was like a very well-known case at a certain point in time. Glad I'm not rich too, Steph. Yes, Queen Olive. We're done with that. I'm pretty much done anyways. Now I'm just going to sit and talk to you guys for a few minutes. Trying to think if anything else has happened. Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell got a new court date, which just happens to be the same day that DNA test was supposed to be back from the prosecution. So maybe it's for that, but we don't know for certain. Trying to think of what else. Oh, I think the Murdaugh trial is about to be over. You never heard of the Hello Kitty one either? Ooh, yeah. Thank you, Shay. That'd be great. Hey, LFT. Let me see. I'll show you guys really quick that. Oh, before we go from Instagram, though, let's see what our girl, I Am Madeline McCain's been has she posted anything? This is the fake account. This is my main, just so you guys know this. Don't follow. This is a fake account. Wow, with 60,000. Please understand, I can't tell what happens with my DNA test. Fia will do press and tell you guys officially. Okay, sure, whatever. Oh, you guys aren't even on the Instagram page. You can't even see what I'm looking at. Sorry. Well, there was nothing there anyways, except for her saying she's not going to give the results of the DNA. So here's the Hello Kitty murder case, 1999 murder case in Hong Kong. It was in the spring of 1999 when a nightclub hostess was abducted in Citrus Road and tortured in an apartment. Hold on. After stealing a wallet owned by one of her frequent customers. She was held captive by 3 men and 1 girl before dying between April 14th and April 15th. Her body was decapitated and her skull placed inside of a Hello Kitty plush, which gave the name for the murder case. Now, if you look, is this I guess the plushie? Ugh. You guys. Why did they, what would be the point of that? Oh, shoot. Absolutely, Eris. Let's see. Wow, that is so sad and scary. Hey, you're wearing your new shoes when I put your play shoes out. Ah, Bentley just ran outside in his new shoes, not in his play shoes. Wow, you guys, that's crazy. And it's crazy they have the photos. allthat'sinteresting.com. Let's just check this out, and then I'm going to let you guys go. The story of Hong Kong's notorious Hello Kitty murder. When a 14-year-old girl told police she was being haunted by the ghost of a woman, they didn't believe her. But when she explained who the woman was, they were horrified. The Hello Kitty mermaid doll in which the skull of Fan Man Yi was found. Oh my God, you guys, that's the one. Hold on a second. I got to make sure Bentley's a little bit further away because this is pretty scary stuff. You're wearing your play shoes, Riddler. Good. In May of 1999, a 14-year-old girl made her way to Hong Kong police station. She told officers that for the past several weeks, she had been constantly plagued by the ghost of a woman who had been bound by electrical wire and tortured to death. The police brushed her off, dismissing her claims as nothing but dreams or teenage nonsense. Their interest was piqued, however, when she explained that the ghost was of a woman she'd had a hand in murdering. Following the child back to a flat in the city's rundown Kowloon district, they discovered that the girl's dreams were in fact very real nightmares. Inside the flat, they found an oversized Hello Kitty doll with the decapitated skull of a woman inside of it. The case became known as the Hello Kitty murder and was regarded throughout Hong Kong as one of the most depraved crimes in memory. This is the victim, Fan Man Yi. Fan Man Yi's life was tragic even before she was decapitated and her head stuffed inside a doll. After being abandoned by her family as a child, she was raised in a girl's home. By the time she was a teenager, she had developed a drug addiction and was turning to prostitution to pay for her habit. By 23, she had secured a job as a hostess and at a nightclub, though she was still battling addiction. In early 1997, Fan met Chan Man-lok, a 34-year-old socialite. The two met in the nightclub and discovered they had something in common. Fan Man-yi was a prostitute and a drug addict, and Chan Man-lok was a pimp and a drug dealer. Before long, Man-yi was a regular addition to Man-lok's group, in addition to his henchmen. Later, in 1997, desperate for money and drugs, Fan Man-yi stole Man-lok's wallet and attempted to make off with $4,000 inside of it. She hadn't realized that Chan Man-lok was the last person she should have stolen from. Excuse me, you guys. As soon as he saw his cash was gone, Man-lok enlisted two of his henchmen, Lung Xing Cho and Lung Wailan, to kidnap Man-li. He intended to force her into prostitution for himself and take the money she earned as payback for the cash she had stolen. Before long, however, the plan got out of hand. Oh my God, this is the apartment where she was tortured and murdered. I wish I could get rid of that. The drug lord and his henchmen soon decided that simply prostituting Fan Man-yi wasn't going to be enough and began torturing her. They tied her up and beat her, and for over a month subjected her to various horrors, burning her skin, SAing her, forcing her to eat human feces. Though the torture of Fan Man-yi was horrifying enough, perhaps more horrifying is the tale of the 14-year-old girl who reported her murder to the police. Not only was she responsible for turning the torturers in, but she was one herself. Known only as Ah Fong, likely a pseudonym given to her by the Hong Kong courts, the 14-year-old girl was a girlfriend of Chan Man-lok's. What? At 14? Though girlfriend was probably a loose term, in all likelihood, the girl was another one of his prostitutes. At one point, when Ah Fong was visiting the torturous trio in Man-lok's apartment, she witnessed Man-lok kick Man-yi 50 times in the head. Ah Fong then joined in, hitting Man-yi in the head. Though the details of the extent of the torture inflicted by Ah Fong were not released as part of her plea deal, they were no doubt extensive. When asked about them, she replied, quote, "I had a feeling it was for fun," unquote. Then we get to the killing. After a month of torture, a month, Ah Fong discovered that Fan Man-yi had died overnight. Chan Man-lok and his henchmen argued that she had died from an overdose of methamphetamine that she administered herself, though most experts speculate it was her injuries that eventually killed her. They only speculate because there's no way to know for sure. After discovering she was dead, the henchmen moved Man-yi's body to the apartment bathtub and dismembered her with a saw. Then they cooked the individual pieces of her body to stop her from decomposing and emitting the smell of rotting flesh. Using boiling water on the same stove on which they were cooking dinner, the killers boiled the pieces of her body and disposed of them with the household's garbage. Her head, however, they saved. After boiling it on the stove and allegedly using the same kitchen utensils to stir their meals that they did to move her head around, they sewed her boiled skull into an oversized Hello Kitty mermaid doll. Additionally, they kept one of Fan Man-yi's teeth and several internal organs, which they stored in a plastic bag. Holy crap, you guys. Are you okay in the chat down there? Hey, Lori. This report is G-rated compared to the real story. Oh, my God. My least favorite word ever, flesh. Yeah, I don't like that word either. The trial for the Hello Kitty murder. In exchange for protection, which she also likely received in part due to the fact she was so young, Ah Fong testified against Chan Man-lok and his henchmen in an attempt to rid herself of the haunting she claimed to be experiencing. She detailed the torture that the three men put Fan Man-yi through. Though the story was so disturbing, many felt it could not possibly be true. The evidence uncovered by police was damning and disturbing. The apartment in which Man Yi had been tortured was full of Hello Kitty memorabilia, from sheets and curtains to towels and silverware. Furthermore, the body part trophies taken from Man Yi were found inside, with evidence that all three men had interacted with them, with her body parts. Unfortunately, due to the state of Fan Man Yi's remaining body parts, the police and medical examiners were unable to determine a cause of death. There was no doubt that she had experienced indescribable torture and that the three men had inflicted much of the damage to her body, but there was no way to tell whether a drug overdose or the torture was to blame. As a result, the three men were convicted, not of murder, but manslaughter, as the jury believed that they thought they had caused her death. Death was not the intent. The charge left Hong Kong's public reeling from the Hello Kitty murder, but the trio was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 20 years. Wow, you guys. Look how pretty those babies are. Oh my gosh, what is up with this world? It's crazy. Hey, Guidance. Well, damn, now I want to, since Ava says that report's G-rated compared to I want to find more on that. That's pretty interesting. Well, you guys, that is, 20 years. Unbelievable. That is all that I have, though, as far as Abby Choi. I just wanted to do a live where we could talk about that. And, tomorrow we'll probably go back to something else. I'm still wanting to finish this Madeleine McCann series on the actual case of Madeleine. I'm sorry. Ava, I do believe you. I do believe you. Now I want to see it, though. Hey, Joe. I hope you're doing well. Okay, Nadie. All right, you guys. Air sandwiches for dinner tonight. Just take like an hour before you think about dinner. I apologize for bringing you something so disturbing. However, I think it's important to talk about, and it may possibly become a bigger story, and we might get more info. I don't know. I will definitely let you guys know as I know. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. Thank you for listening to this craziness. I'm sorry for, it's pretty gruesome and gross, but unfortunately it's just the truth. And I'd much rather, know things truthfully and factually than, you know what I mean. But all right, I love you. Thank you to my mods. I appreciate you being here and helping me. Thank you to the chat, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow. The kids don't have school tomorrow. They haven't been in school since Thursday. So tomorrow we'll finally get back to normal, and that'll be, disturbing is an understatement. I know it is. Oh, I love you guys, Riddler. Okay, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.